Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Kovac Enterprises, where we model one piece at a time. We're finishing up on the Millennium Falcon, the Return of the Jedi version of the 1/144th scale. So this is actually going to be the last video, so this is a finale. I just kind of wanted to bring up a couple more things before we actually take a look at the final product of this model kit. First off, instructions. We're on page number 15, so it gives you the kind of breakdown of the assembly of the landing gear, which my daughter wanted to have. Basically, in the first thing, it just tells you to fit this one little piece right here. Let me get my little pointer here. So basically, we're looking at this little piece right here where you're supposed to press down as far as it will go, which we did. And you do this times 5 in the A section, and then for the B section, there's times 2 of this particular sub-assembly part here as well. And then of course your main assembly stuff is A, B, C, D, and E for each of the landing gear apparatus. With that being said, of course, then it kind of shows you where the placement's going to be underneath the hull of the ship, and then it gives you the assembly instructions for the boarding ramp as well. So that is where we're at for finishing off the Millennium Falcon, and with that we will put the actual assembled landing ramp right here, and there she is. I basically painted it the same way as the color of the ship itself, so but there it is. We'll do a quick little 360, and this basically contrived of maybe 3 parts all together, putting it together, snapping it in place once everything was painted. And once everything was painted, I actually, to protect the paint, I used the Pledge floor polish and just kind of brushed it on there. So that is that. So get that out of the way, and next up is the landing gear itself. So we'll kind of put him right there. And one thing, when I was putting the landing gear together, actually I'll take this off here and kind of try to bring this light in a little bit more here. Okay, so we had, like say, part number 1, which is the footing, then this little disc thing that slides all the way down the stem as far as it will go, and then we have 2 little pieces right here. Now the top part of this middle section here fit together pretty good, but right about here it was kind of hard to close it up. Even using my hand, I couldn't get to seal correctly. It had a little bit of a gap to it. So what I ended up doing was actually taking a pair of my needle nose pliers and like so, squeezing it together. Once I put the glue in there and like held it for about, I don't know, about 5 minutes or so with the Tamiya extra thin cement, and then I released the needle nose pliers, and that seemed to do the trick. So that's what I did to the 5 landing gears, so that we had a nice tight seal for that middle section. And then of course I painted up mostly, with the color of the ship itself. I don't know if the camera will pick this up or not, but you see these little kind of rust streaks on that. Basically what I used for that was, again, going back to the Tamiya red brown, is the XF-64, and I actually just kind of dipped the toothpick into the jar and just kind of there you go, and just kind of scribed it, and just kind of made random patterns, and let it sit there for a little bit. and then I took an actual brush and I just kind of brushed it out a little bit. So just kind of give that rust feature on the Falcon itself. So basically that's how I did all 5 of the landing gear on that. So once that is done, I'll go ahead and we will go ahead and show the Millennium Falcon in all its glory. So stand by, we will be right back. And we're back, and here we are basically with the finished product, as you can see right here. I actually went back and added some more kind of rust features to the ship itself, especially around the mechanical and piping and stuff that's inlaid into the whole hull. So you can see that right there. This was our initial one that we did earlier in the video on that there. And I did the same kind of exact thing with the toothpick. I just laid out the red-brown for the Tamiya, let it set up for a little bit, and just kind of moved it around a little bit just to kind of give it a little bit of some rust along the hull itself. I also kind of took the brush and I actually rusted up some of the pipes and stuff inside the inlay for the hull. So like I said, just added a few more touches to the rust on the ship itself. So I don't know if that's picking you up or not. I also kind of went around the heat exhaust as well with some little bits of rust. So that's the top half of the Millennium Falcon. If we turn it around here, you can get a better idea of the bottom half here. So once again, just little bits of more of some weathering with the rust on the lower sections. There you go. Kind of turn this around a little bit for you. All around the landing gear area, so there you go. A little bit more rust. Okay. All right. I did mention, I forgot to mention earlier, I did leave some of the extra parts since my daughter is doing the landing gear and not the flight mode. I went ahead and left some of this on the sprue tree, but I did paint it the same color as the ship, and some of these did have stickers attached to them as well. So I did as close as I can with the, like say the color of the Millennium Falcon. So on this one sprue tree that we got, would be in place of the boarding ramp. So there's that one there. And then this right here, we went ahead and these are the 2 landing legs in the back that's got the double legs on them. So, and I'm not going to glue the landing gear in case in the future she wants to pop them off and actually put these on itself. So I'm going to go ahead and give my daughter whatever I got left here. So there's that. And then we have the 3 for the smaller landing gears. Of course, one of the landing gear covers is has a sticker on it. And then, of course, again, we have the clear blue part for the engine itself. We're going to leave that on the tree as well. So there's that. And like I said before, since she's making the decision for the landing gear itself and not putting it on the actual stand that came with the kit itself, this little attachment, I'll go ahead and put that on the underside of the Millennium Falcon there, right there on the rear side of the turret gun section, where the display stand gets hooked into. So I'll just snap that in there. And once again, of course, half of this has the sticker on it too as well. And like I said, I dirtied it up just to make it look and match with the ship itself. So those are the 3 things I forgot to mention previously. on there. So, okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and attach the boarding ramp and the 5 landing gears, and I'm going to go ahead and take some, I'll show it one time here in my workbench, and then I'm going to take it outside and out in the sunlight and set it up there to show you what it kind of looks like as far as the colors under the sun. So we'll see you soon. Alrighty then, and here she is, fully assembled, 100%, with the landing gear in place and the boarding ramp on the one side. You can see a little bit of the landing gear, at least the 3 in the front. And I'll go ahead and give this a spin around slowly so you can see all sides. And we're coming up to the back end of it. You can see the double leg on the landing gear right there as well. There you go. Sets up really nice. Seems to be nice and level. Just a few thoughts. I did enjoy putting this kit together from beginning to end. All the parts were nicely fit with the snap-on version. There's hardly any flash or anything like that. And as far as Bandai with their mold process, nicely detailed throughout this whole process of putting it together. So there you go. Okay, so with that being said, we did our full 360 here, and now I'm going to go ahead and take it outside and do some still shots out in my backyard. And so at the end of this video, we'll go ahead and show you a few pictures in the natural sunlight to see the difference between what the paint color looks like here inside the house on my workbench versus the actual natural light outside. So with that again being said, I hope everybody has a good day, and we will see you on the next project. So this is going to be the finale again for the Millennium Falcon, and this is Kovac Enterprises, and we are signing off.